Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantel Francis, and today we are talking about one of my summer obsessions, Love Island UK Season 7. So the season started off kind of slowly, but it's starting to amp up now, which I'm all here for. Now, if this is your first time on my channel, well, then welcome. We are very happy to have you. Please join us in the chat and make sure you subscribe, ring that bell, do all that jazz, because it really helps with the success and the growth of this channel for you to have any sort of engagement. So hang out with us, subscribe, share it with your friends, and all that jazz. So we start off this episode with the rose ceremony. I watched The Bachelor yesterday, with the recoupling ceremony. And first up is Jake. And we know that, well, I feel like Jake's head might turn if somebody that's his type comes into the villa who's also into Jake. But until that happens, I just don't see him leaving Liberty for any reason. Like, she gives him all the attention, he gets the cuddles, he gets pics, he gets to stay in the villa, he gets to keep on continuing with this experience. So I don't see him really going anywhere. And I don't, sorry, Jake, see anybody coming in being like, he's my guy, he's my type, I want him. So I think they're going to be safe all the way till the end. But he says that you're beautiful inside and out, and he chooses Liberty. Liam is next, and I thought it was a little bit, it made me uncomfortable a bit when he said that there's a high sexual tension with me and this person, and I just want to fix that, or like, I can't wait to fix that. I don't know. He said something that was just like kind of tacky in my opinion, and it didn't really, I don't know. I wouldn't be like, oh my God, it's me. But he chooses Millie, no surprise. Next up is Toby. And he kind of jokes being like, I'm intrigued to see what happens. And Toby chooses, no surprise, Chloe. And then Brad, no one else has had him feel the way that he's felt so far. And they cut to Rachel when he says this. And it's kind of a little bit insulting because he was kind of acting as though Rachel was like his type, and when you walked in. And like, it was a lie, because like, you saw the way he actually was acting with Lucinda when he was like, and so I felt a little bit bad for Rachel because she chose him to stay in the villa before, and he made it seem as though she was his type, and she wasn't his type. Well, the audience knew that, but he was acting. Next up is Hugo, and Hugo, I wasn't sure who he was going to choose between Faye or Sharon. I don't think he's coupled up with Faye yet, but they kind of talked about the potential of being, a friendship couple. But I think that Hugo feels a little bit guilty about the fact that Aaron and her aren't together anymore, and it's partially his fault. Not really, like Sharon has to take ownership for her actions, absolutely. But Hugo kind of crying, and Aaron feeling the need to protect him a little bit, and Sharon kind of looking like a big bad bully and too fiery over something that he did, and now they're not together. He chose Kaz. I think he has a little bit of regret or remorse. So I think that's one of the reasons why he chose Sharon. And he has a nickname for her. If you have a nickname for somebody, it usually means that you like them. So Shaz and Hugo are the next couple. Then is Teddy. And so left over is Rachel and Faye are the two women that have not been picked yet. And I felt that Teddy had a really good kind of flirty banter with Faye, and they had their knees touching and they're playing footsies. And Rachel was coming off very strong and overtly sexual and asking him how he's going to like get her off. Like, it was just a little bit much for somebody that you don't really know. And I thought that it probably made him feel not uncomfortable, but it was a little bit jarring. And I think that it would take away from him wanting to get to know her further. The intrigue of Faye, I think, was more appealing. And so I wasn't surprised, especially when Kaz was off the table, that he chose Faye in the end. He said this place and he was blown away by their confidence, mind blown by their confidence. And yeah, he chose Faye, and so that means that Rachel is going to be dumped from the island. Now, I know that Murad, who I watch, he's a great YouTuber that talks a lot about Love Island and reality pop culture. And he kind of feels like Rachel made the show. And I did like Rachel because she had, like, I liked her chats with Faye. I liked when she would go and ask like the direct questions. She didn't really beat around the bush at all, but I didn't see her fitting in as much as everybody else. It could be because she's a new bombshell. I think that how the producers brought her into the season wasn't really supporting where she's like her journey. Bringing her to be a bombshell to choose between two guys that aren't into her is a little bit of a setup to fail, in my opinion. So I think that we weren't able to see Rachel at the best of her capabilities. So I'm sad to see her go because I don't think she had a fair shot, but I rather keep her or have her gone than some of the other women. Maybe Sharon. Sharon's not bringing that much to the table. I'm hoping that maybe she can like let down some of her walls and like be a little more vulnerable and a little bit more appealing and feminine. Hopefully. But I'd rather her there because she has a better friendship with the other women in the villa. So Rachel is going. She did have a moment with Faye where they hug, and Rachel was like, "Oh, I wish I could have coupled up with you from the beginning." So I like that they had a friendship. I'm sure that they're going to be hanging out and great friends after the season ends. So yeah, I don't know who it was that ran up to her first, but they're like, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." I'm like, I would have cried. I would have 100% bawled my face off. I would have cried for sure. So Aaron and Kaz have their first little chat after the recoupling ceremony, just talk in their new coupling. And Aaron is like, or Kaz is like, so like, if a guy comes in here, are you going to like give them the talk and see how they're doing and if they're going to be good for me? And he didn't really understand what she meant, but she wanted to know if he was going to play like big brother or dad or like uncle, like older protector male figure of Kaz. But they have such a cute little relationship. You know, she's like, "Why'd you pick me? I can't believe you picked me. Why'd you pick me?" And he's like, "Because like you're my favorite person in the villa. you're one of my favorite people." And I love that. And I had a feeling that he was going to pick her. That's how I thought things were going to shake out. I know that Teddy wasn't going to be saying who he was going to pick, but I think that Aaron wanted to guarantee that she wasn't the one that was a casualty of Teddy coming in, because it could have reshuffled a little bit differently if Aaron had chose Sharon. So Shaz and Hugo have a little bit of a chat. I didn't really write down anything about it. M. Jordan! I was like, I'm coming on time before M. Jordan kills me. Hi, how did you enjoy the episode last night? We're just at Shaz and Hugo's chat. I didn't really write about what they said. If I remember correctly, it was kind of like, we're great friends. And he's like, "I wanted to save you." And she said, "Thank you." And nothing much amounted from that conversation. Chloe and Toby are finally able to just kiss openly in public now that they're a couple. And she's quite forward and being like, "Tell me why you like me and tell me why you're attracted to me." And she really forces him to be a little bit more of an aggressor in the chemistry within the relationship. So I do like that. And I think he needs that because he's not very familiar with how to act with women in relationships, I don't think. Boring. Today's episode is going to be boring as well, but the last 10-15 minutes. I don't even remember what is going to be happening next episode. Next is Kaz and Faye, and Kaz is happy for Faye having Teddy choose her. I think Kaz is I'm wondering, because Teddy does say that Faye and Rachel were his two top choices. I wonder if it's just because those are the two that were there. I wonder if Kaz was in the mix, if he was planning on choosing Kaz. I really hope so. I don't know what's going to happen in the villa. I don't remember if when they had Kaz and Faye had their chat, if they said that she still, like, that Kaz still wanted to pursue or just like get to know Teddy a little bit better. But I'm happy that Faye's getting a chance with someone that she seemingly has a connection with, that she seems to like quite a bit. And so it will be nice to see if she could do, had better success with her coupling with Teddy, as opposed to with Liam. There was nothing there. With Brad, there was nothing there. With Hugo, I don't even know if they're actually were together at one point. Nothing there. So I'm looking forward to having this work out for Faye. And if it doesn't work out for Faye, at least Teddy's still in the villa and Kaz might have an opportunity. So I'm happy that they're both in the game still. Teddy and Faye finally have a one-on-one, and they're sitting up on the lookout. And she talks about her not really being overtly sexual in group settings, but one-on-one, that's where she kind of shines. They're very flirty. She's quite reserved though, but like, I think that she might allow herself to open up to Teddy. I think that we have some feelings being caught by Miss Faye. Jake and Liberty have a little convo. She can't believe that the first person that she stepped forward for on day one and her are really getting along as well as they are. Jake called him with a wig on. So they do really find themselves to be the same person. And hopefully that lasts. Casa Moore could be an interesting situation for them, because having women that are coming there specifically to turn the heads of the guys. So there might be someone that decides to be into Jake the most. So that would be my biggest worry spot for them, because I don't see anybody coming into the villa going for them, for Jake specifically, but we'll see. We'll see. Liam and Millie. She said that her speech gave her the feels. I don't really remember what he said. I don't really think that he's that interesting. I like Millie more than I like Liam. I'm surprised that she's that into him. I think it's just because he's tall, because he doesn't really bring that much of a personality to the table, in my opinion. Yeah, and they're just kind of, she's like, I feel like I'm in love with his speech. And I was like, really? I didn't really feel that. They smooch as well. How do you feel about about Lucinda and Brad? Obviously, she's going to be saying, I'm so happy that I met you, and I'm happy that you chose me, and I'm happy that how we're going, and I feel like we have chemistry. I get all that. But I don't think she's that into him. I think she's happy that she's being chosen, and that he's so obvious with his feelings for her, and that he thinks she's gorgeous. But I don't know if she's that into him. She does say that he's a really good kisser, I guess. I don't know. It could be because I'm just not into Brad at all. And I think that she is a bigger catch than he is. I don't know. Are they even going to bring anyone for Kaz at this point? Teddy is pretty much out of the picture for a while. Sam, don't disappoint me. I really want her to have the opportunity to find someone that's into her. She wasted so much time with Toby. Not that anybody that came in was meant for her at all, but we can be hopeful. Please. They have to be hearing what we're saying, And look at how, I'm happy that he chose Faye, because I did see that they had some chemistry. And I think that he liked Faye more than he liked Rachel. And I think he liked Kaz more than he liked Faye. So I think it was just circumstance that Aaron wanted to make sure that Kaz stayed in the villa, and that Kaz didn't get to be chosen by Teddy. I think she's 100% leave it. She is. You think that, Millie. Yeah, Millie's going to leave the Casa Moore. I agree with that. She's so pretty, and she has a pretty good personality. I can see her getting any guy, really, and she's blonde. Ms. Love. Hi, Ms. Love. I feel like Lucinda and Brad are attracted to each other physically, but I agree. I don't think that she's into him either. He doesn't have much of a personality or chat. No personality, no chat, so the making out is going to fizzle. You're just going to be like, okay, what else? This is boring. Rachel has has reacted to Brad's actions on her viral walk. Lucinda and Brad won't last. Yeah, hi Natalie. I don't think Lucinda will last, and Brad will last either. So wait, is Rachel? Are you saying like on social media? I need to hear that. I was talking about Lucinda, but Millie could leave Liam since he's very bland. I mean, well, I hope everybody just recouples. Caslo more, for the most part. Liam has no personality. Like, he's just tall. Liam's just tall. Brad's just good looking. But he's like, he's so less good looking to me because I find his personality so. So everybody's out going to bed, in their new couplings. In the morning, though, or is it in the morning? Oh, yeah, no, it is in the morning. So Terry, is that his name? Teddy, I put Terry. Teddy and Faye are talking. He's like, oh, he slept very well. And, Faye said, I slept very well. And he's like teasing her already, being like, oh yeah, you were snoring. And she's like, no, I wasn't. So I like that little cute little moment between the two of them. Sharon obviously is talking about her and Hugo in bed, and then next is Kaz and Aaron in bed, and she kind of leans over and she's like, yeah, we're on Friend Island here. #friend zone, Friend Island. I think she's kind of doing that just to see if she can poke something in Aaron, because, you know, guys usually still like to cuddle even though they act like they're macho and stuff like that. So we'll see if they're completely done or not, Aaron and Sharon. What do you guys think about the trio, the three girls, Lucinda, Millie, and Chloe? Do you like them as a trio or think otherwise? I personally, I like them all separately. I even like Chloe. She's kind of messy, and she is doing her job as a bombshell, going in and messing up these couples. I just want them to be more involved with the group. I don't like it being kind of so separated. Like, there's the new girl or the old girls, the OGs, and then they have these three bombshells that are kind of always hanging out separately. That's why Castlemore won't be interesting and dramatic. No one's got a serious bond, not even Millie and Liam. That's true. Yeah, you're right, Ms. There aren't any interesting couples, but this week has been so much better. So hopefully Teddy and Faye kind of can develop into something a little more interesting. Then obviously, I don't think anybody else, though. Yeah, it is. I don't know what they're doing. I'm enjoying it more, though, now than I was the first week. Ooh, okay, I'm going to find that. I hope she drags him. I don't care for the trio. They need to mix with the other girls. Maybe you would see more interesting sides of them. Yeah, and it would be a little bit more difficult for them to just steal their man, because they'd be friends with them, and that would cause a little bit of drama. Chloe could leave Toby today. I don't think anyone will vote for them to stay. Oh, right. That's what's happening, that the couples are going to be voted for, and a couple might be dumped from the island. So couple dumped? They wouldn't do that, I don't think. Would they dump Chloe and Toby? What is the reaction to the UK public about Chloe and Toby? Because that's savage if they went there. But who else would they dump? They wouldn't dump, I don't think, Teddy and Faye. I don't think they would cut Aaron and Kaz. I don't think they would cut Jake. Maybe Lucinda and Brad, but Lucinda's so pretty, so I don't think that they would do that. I think that her beauty would save them. Maybe Shaz and Hugo. That's kind of a couple that could go. The trio just seems like three girls who feel they're above everyone because they're blonde and most men desire them. Yeah, and they're coming in as a bombshell, and the homewreckers to the matronly OGs, the moms, you know. Love Island better not give us a cliffhanger this episode. I don't think they'll give us a clip over, since they've been previewing that it's going to be. Oh wait, when did we vote? What did you guys vote? They'll do the dumping. I think they'll do the dumping tomorrow. That'd be silly if they didn't. They hate them as a couple because Kaz and how he treated her. Oh, Toby and Chloe? Right. Yeah. They don't really have much Instagram followers compared to the others. No one likes them on Twitter. They're the most vulnerable to go. So you think that Chloe and Toby, and then maybe Sharon and Hugo? Okay, so check note to myself. I need to go and see Rachel's exit interview. I didn't watch After the Sun this weekend. How was that? Is that where you saw this? Is that the interview that you're talking about? Was she gone yet? I don't know what day it is today. Tuesday? Where did we see it? Let me know so I can go find it. Was it on Instagram? So what did you guys think of Toby being all romantic with Chloe and making her melon in the shape of her initials? It's a choice. I really don't know if he's that actually romantic, but he's trying something. He's a hopeless romance. Is that what it is? Hopeless romance. Romance? Romance. What's he talking about? What is he talking about? So Toby does, Toby and Chloe are talking, and I think, who was it? Was it Hugo? Somebody brought over the melon to Chloe, and she's like, oh, thanks, it's for me, thank you. That was pretty much that moment. It didn't really have that much of a payoff, to be honest. Hugo is the fourth most followed player. I think a lot of people like Hugo now that he's been unfortunate. Okay, no one cares about Toby and Chloe. Wow. Who's number one? Number one would be, is it Kaz? Kaz, like, she started with quite a few. She started with around 50,000 followers. I'm definitely going to check out their Instagram. Also, do you guys have any idea where any of their zodiac signs are? Because I would like to do some tarot readings on each of these islanders, and I'll do some YouTube shorts and obviously TikTok and all that stuff. Shannon, okay, then Liberty, then Kaz, then Brad/Hugo. Surprising. Is it just because she's a little bit more of a public figure, Shannon? Like doing all the Miss UK competitions or whatnot? That's a little bit surprising. Liberty, wow, that's great. And Kaz. That's awesome. I'm happy for, like, the OG girls are still holding it down. Oh, Shannon, not Sharon. I'm thinking Sharon. Okay, yeah, Shannon, I think she has like a following from beforehand. I think she's on OnlyFans and stuff like that. I think she had a couple 100,000 subscribers or followers before she got on the show. She was already really high. And then with like the drama of her leaving, like that was just probably her fans were just like, what? Yes, she did. Yes, Miss Love. I was thinking that he said Sharon, and I was like, holy, that's shocking because she seems so unlikable. I like her, but she's just a little cold. So Faye and Teddy have another little bit of a moment, where he's talking about a scar on his butt, and he shows her the butt, his butt, and they kind of are starting to act a little bit like a couple, trading stories, getting a little bit more comfortable with each other. So I'm happy that Faye has finally found a little bit of a spark in the villa. Lucinda knows Chugs from a dating app. Ooh, did they actually date or did they just swipe left? Which dating app? What dating apps do people use? I find they all are kind of meh. Bumble, meh. Hinge, meh. Do you guys have any good ones out there, or is this the usual Tinder? Blech. Ooh, I don't know for sure. So I want to know more, Natalie. Tell us. Natalie, do tell. So yes, Faye has a spark, which I'm happy for her because she didn't really have a spark with anybody. So there's going to be a little bit of a challenge. The challenge is spit the roast. While Millie and Liam are talking about their sexual energy and their sexual. One of them gets a text. And spit the roast is the challenge that they're going to be doing, which is the disgusting baby bird challenge that they seem to happen every year, where they have to transfer food from one side to the other side. I'm always wondering, why is it the guys that eat the food and spit it into the girl's mouth and not the other way around? Like, why do the girls have to receive the lukewarm baby birded food into their mouth and transfer it? Maybe sometimes, actually, I just answered my own question, because generally speaking, the men are taller, so it's easier to actually do that. Okay, take it back. Tinder. People use Tinder. It seems so not effective, but I guess it is more effective than I'm giving it credit for. So, do you guys like this challenge? You like the baby bird challenge? I was laughing about how gross some of it was, and like Toby was just like fountain spitting into Chloe's mouth. It was pretty disgusting. I chuckled a few times for sure, but it's so gross. I watched the challenge, and they do have gross food challenges, and where they eat a lot of disgusting stuff, and a lot of throwing up, and it's gross, but it's a staple of the show. So I guess this is a gross but staple of the show. But do you guys like it? Is it something that people look forward to? Because they seem to have it every season. What do you guys think? What does that say? Get hot for your food. I do not even know what I wrote. Get ready for your food, couples. Okay, yeah, for the challenge. So Liam and Millie won that one. I didn't think, from what I could see of them transferring the food back and forth, that they deserved to win. But I guess there was some sort of criteria that I guess their plate looked really great on the other side. I don't know. I'm on that spit challenge. It is gross, and I don't like watching it, but it is something that everybody expects at this point. Yeah, so it's just a staple. Gross staple. So Liberty asked Faye about Teddy, and how she's doing, how she's feeling. And Faye's kind of coming up with a little bit of a wall here and recognizing that, she's guarded and she's not really willing to be super open. And so I hope this changes for her, because this is what I was seeing in general, that she doesn't allow herself to be really vulnerable. And I felt that was the problem with Sharon, and even the problem with Rachel for not being chosen, was because they seem like, I can do it on my own. I don't need a man, which is great. But men kind of need to feel needed. They just do. It's just in their biology. Or masculine energy, the person that feels that wants to exude the masculine side of a relationship. Because all relationships are kind of a yin yang. So the masculine energy within the relationship. So if they're exuding that, they're not going to necessarily be able to be attractive to somebody that's hyper masculine. So I was worried about that with Faye, but it came across to Teddy, it seems, as confidence, quiet confidence, and intrigue. And so he still went with this. And I really want her to just let her guard down and just fall for him and get your heart broken if that's the case. Just give it a go. Come on, Faye. We're rooting for you. So Faye's crying a little bit to Liberty and Sharon, and I'm hoping that these tears are going to allow her just to fall in love, or fall in or fall in lust, and just allow her walls just to be broken down just a little bit, because everybody deserves love, but she also has to let herself experience it. So what did I write about? Oh, there's another Liam and Millie convo. I didn't write down what it was. And Teddy and Faye, they do have a nice little chat. This was up on the terrace. I think the other one wasn't on the terrace that I said before. And it was a nice moment, and it was dark outside, and she's being a little bit coy and a little bit shy. And what he says was, what I'd like to do is give you a little kiss. And she agreed to it. And so they finally do smooch outside of a challenge. So I'm happy that she's just getting involved. And it seemed like a decent kiss. And it seemed like they both enjoyed it. So right now, I'm here for and happy for my girl, Faye. Well, she's not really my girl, but I like Faye. I want her to find love. So I'm happy that she got a little smoochy smooch. So that's pretty much it for this episode. Hi, Master. Millie, Hugo, and Liam are the dead weight. I like Millie. Millie's good. Like, I think it's because she's not popping with Liam, but I don't mind Millie. So Millie, Hugo, and Liam are the dead weight. Boring as F. No drama. They need to leave. Okay, Master Duck. They need to go. I'm fine without any of them leaving, though. I'm not like, oh my God, Millie, you have to stay. Have to. No, I'm not feeling that strongly about her, but I don't mind her. And I like Kaz, Faye, and Lib. Yeah, me too. Me too. And yeah, the new girls, I mean, I don't mind Chloe just because she brings the bit of the drama. But I don't really know Millie and Liam and Lucinda that well to be able to like them more than those three. I agree. So that's it, everybody. We'll be back again tomorrow at around this time as well, where we can talk more about the next episode. Please, if you haven't done so already, subscribe. It's so helpful if you subscribe. Like this video. If you're watching this after the live, comment. Tell me who your favorite couples are. Who do you want to go? Who are you voting off the island? And who do you think will actually be voted off as a couple off the island? Who is it? Who is not popular with the fans? That will be great to hear. I'm going to talk about Love Island at 3 p.m. So you have about half an hour for you to get comfy, and then we'll be coming back with Tamika to talk about that exclusive episode of Love Island US. Millie's boring. Yeah, they're both. I think she's boring because of Liam, but we'll see. I'm surprised that she likes him, but it's probably because she knows that he's going to choose her. So just securing her space in the villa. Lucinda and Millie told Millie that she knows Chugs. Rachel said that she regrets choosing Brad. Ouch, Natalie, that sucks. Oh yeah, Millie isn't. Okay. I agree. Hugo is trying to play the audience. Ooh, yeah, I mean, maybe the soft spot for them. For, poor Hugo, not finding in love, not getting picked, like nobody attracted to him in that way. Look, I hooked up with the girl who bullied me. Aren't I a nice guy? Yeah, I can see that a little bit, trying to curry some favor there. No, Millie isn't boring. Grammatical error. Liam making Millie seem boring. Agreed. Check. I agree with you. Definitely. So if you guys are watching Love Island USA, please join me at 3 p.m. Eastern, where I will talk with Tamika about the next episode, and then I'll be back here tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern to talk about the next episode of Love Island UK. Oh, I'm not sure. He's coming from Twitch, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure because I see them. And how did you know that they were there? Oh, because I highlighted them. Okay, so you're not seeing. So maybe on YouTube you can't see the Twitch comments, but I can see them on mine. Gotcha. Millie and Liam are boring. Don't lie whenever they're together on screen. I think that Liam makes Millie boring, but to each their own. I'm like, what a waste. They're going to be gone soon. I don't think they'll be lasting all the way even to maybe, I don't even think they'll get to cast them more. They're not strong enough. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you shortly and tomorrow. Bye.